Hey everyone, this is Mike, Bigbaitposse. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am doing a rudder upgrade on my Hobie PA12. The reason I'm doing a rudder upgrade is because ever since I've had this Hobie PA12, it's not really wanted to turn to the left very well. It's always turned well to the right, but it's been a struggle to get it turned left, especially sharp left. So I'm upgrading the rudder to a Boonedox rudder. It's aluminum. It should be better than the one that's on the PA12 now. So all you need for this install is a Phillips head screwdriver. You need a straight screwdriver. I've got a little 10mm wrench here, box end wrench I'm going to use. I need to use it to remove my Tim Percy motor mount. I need the rudder controls in the back of the PA12, and that's really all you need. It's real simple install. Open up this Boonedox rudder, make sure they sent me the right one, and we'll get right to it. A little bit of backstory: I ordered from Boonedox the other day, and they sent me a rudder, but they sent me the ODC rudder, which is the wrong rudder for this kayak. They've sent me the correct one, and looks like they've thrown in a cool Boonedox flag for the trailer, which is nice for the end of the boat, which I appreciate that. The first thing I need to do is open this up. Boonedox rudder comes with two plastic spacers. Spacers go on the rudder on each side at the mounting hole, and to get those lined up and to stay on there, you have to glue them on. So what I'm going to do on this is I've got to glue these spacers on here and line them up with this hole right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got a long bolt I'm going to run through there to sort of hold these spacers in place till I can get the clamp on it. So I've got my vice grips and everything laid out here. So first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue on the back side of this spacer. This glue bonds immediately. It's really quick. So I'm going to put that on the back side of this, and as soon as I do that, I'm going to run this bolt up through there to sort of hold it in place while I get the other side glued and put on. So here's the other side. Put a little glue on there, slip it over the bolt on this side, and press, and then vice grip it down, and then remove this bolt so everything's lined up. Now I'm just going to set this to the side and let it be drying while I'm doing everything else. So now I have to remove this motor mount adapter so I can get to the rudder controls. Loosen these two bolts, or loosen these two screws. It's actually loose enough in the back for me just pull it up, and that's what I'm going to do. Pull it in there, or the rudder control. I need to take out this screw right here. Lay it there. And once I do that, I can just lift this rudder controller off, sort of lay it to the side, and you'll see the rudder top right there and a pin that's holding it in. And there's also a little rubber grommet here that goes around that rudder arm. So this pin just pushes out, and once I push it out, the rudder's just going to fall. Now I need to go under the kayak, and you can see the rudder's just hanging there by the rudder cord. Just drops your rudder. As you can see right up there on that rudder arm, there's a little plastic collar you need to keep up with, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that right fast. There's that little bushing. I'm just going to put it up here with my other screws. All I need to do is loosen that knot right there, and I'll have that rudder out. Okay, I got the rudder out, and here's what it looks like. This rudder has a Phillips head on one side and a straight head on the other. It holds this assembly in, which holds the spring in, which makes the rudder drop up and down. We need to make sure that we get this off without having the spring shoot out. So I'm going to just set this rudder up here so I can put a Phillips head on one side and a straight edge on the other, and loosen that screw. This is not the simplest thing to do, but it is what it is. You put pressure on the Phillips head, trying to hold a straight head still. It's sort of difficult. Get that Phillips out with my fingers now. Got the Phillips out, straight out, without everything flying apart. So I'm pulling them straight out there. I'm going to lay it to the side. And the rudder wants to come forward. That's the spring tension, I guess. So the spring wants to come up. I'm just going to raise it up enough to get that rudder out. The spring is down in there, has a little arm that goes back in a hole in this mount here. This arm goes in your rudder. Put this here and then push down and back while trying to make sure all this doesn't fly apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the hole here to sort of hold it. Let that be my other hand, and then I'm going to put this pin in on this side where it came from and try to get it in that hole. Now just to get it lined up with this other side a little bit. Put this Phillips head screw in there and catch it and pull it into place. Get it to line up. Okay, so I finally got this thing in there. I had to sort of finagle that pin in there. It's hard to manipulate those pins, those two screws together. It's extremely hard, but I got it in there finally. Might be better if you use the vise, but so now all I need to do is go back underneath, tie my cord on, put my little plastic grommet on here, and back up through the bottom of the kayak. And just as a comparison to the rudders, Here is the original plastic, and here is the Boonedox. You got a little bit more surface area with the Boonedox, and of course this is metal versus plastic. This flexes when you turn. This should have no flex at all. So that was my main reason for the upgrade. But I'll be right back with you up topside. I'm going to go down here and tie this knot and stick the rudder rod up through the hole in the kayak. I'll be right back. Got it up through the hole, just grab it there. Hold it. And then slip this pin in. I can get it in there without dropping it. And that pin will hold it up. So once you got the pin in, you'll see this rudder control's got a short side and long side. You just got to orient your pin so the short side is to the back. Then this just folds right back up on top of it. Fits in the groove. Washer and nut back on. Just make sure you don't cross thread them. Tighten those up. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this rudder's going to go up and down before I seal everything up. And that is all the way up, nice and flat, solid. Now I'm going to lower it back down, and I want to see how it turns. There, it's all the way down. Now I want to see how it turns. Oh, I've got that rudder installed. Now time to put the tin Percy back on. Just cover everything up, and all I need to do there is just fold it back down. Oh, that's it on the Boonedox rudder install. This is I put the old rudder up and keep it, and I'll test this thing out this week probably, and get you some video on the water and see how it turns, see if it turns better. But appreciate you watching. If you need any lures painted, check out E&H Lures over in Watauga. You'll see little ad for them in this video with the phone number. Jimmy answers, a good guy. Need lures at a good price, bait, tackle, terminal tackle, JP's Tackle Shack on Bloomingdale Pike. You'll see his business card pop up here in a minute. And do me a favor, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Appreciate the help. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the water.